Hi, my name is Bruno Guicardi, and I invite you today to learn a little bit more about CI&T, the company that I helped create in 1995 when the internet was just starting. Back then, my co-founders and I had the vision to help companies understand and capture the business opportunities that the new digital world was bringing about. The so-called digital transformation is the sole thing we have dedicated ourselves and have done in these 25 years, and really accumulated a lot of lessons and expertise about it. We feel very fortunate to work with the world's largest organizations in their digital transformation challenges, and feel very proud not only by the top of the industry Net Promoter Score they continuously give us, but most importantly, by the trust they continue to put in us and the long and growing nature of our relationships. This, actually, has been the fuel of our fast-paced growth. We have been growing more than 30% year over year in the last many years. And that, in turn, helps us create the opportunities for our own employees to grow their careers and keep rewarding us with their loyalty, creativity, and engagement. We are now 3,000 strategists, designers, and developers supporting clients in all continents. And I have to say that for a company that started with only 3 people, it feels really special to reach this 3,000 people milestone this year. Although we have a global footprint and scale, we have a very consistent approach to digital transformation. We understand each client's specific needs and meet them where they are. We adapt our expertise across technology, processes, and culture change and apply them to opportunities where we can create more business impact for our clients and help them achieve their goals of creating better integrated experiences for their customers, to be more innovative and agile, to revamp business models leveraging digital capabilities, among others. If it doesn't seem easy, it's because it's not. Even more so because our financial services clients are some of the biggest and more complex organizations in the world. They have tens of thousands of employees, and they have hundreds, sometimes thousands of legacy applications. Their scale makes it very hard to work in an agile, customer-centric way, and also to shift to a more modern technology infrastructure. The challenge is very hard, and I feel very few companies in the world have the breadth and the depth to tackle it. We have been doing only this for more than 25 years, and feel very confident we are among the very few that can do it.
CI&T is in a unique position because we're at the intersection of financial services and the fintechs that are driving innovation in the industry. We've always believed in this space more than any others that we're always in a state of constant change. And through the next several years, it'll always move in a more rapid fashion. What we're seeing is from idea to working tech takes months now, not years. These are the trends that we expect to see in 2021. Open banking will be the Pandora's box of customer experience, but in a good way. Although created through regulations for banks in Europe, we will start to see a rapid uptake in open banking models globally that have greater implications to the customer experience. Using API's open banking principles, we're starting to see new use cases like comparison services, impacts to know your customer, price savings, product comparisons, and even use cases relative to the new credit scoring models. In fintech, it will be easier to serve the customer without being tied to all the legacy operations and structural models that are tied to most of the banks themselves. This means even more new use cases that are going to be conceived in a faster manner than before. Who benefits? Of course, the customer. And once they see all these new applications that will start to impact their lives, they will want more and expect more. The golden age of enhanced data utilization. What do we mean by that? Well, with the sources of data and the tech to process insights, we have an unparalleled opportunity to use data more intelligently than ever before. Beyond using simple profile information or risk-based models, what we can do is start to marry that traditional and non-traditional data together. This may include lifestyle, psychographic, financial, non-financial, brand geolocation, and even social media data as well. What's important is combined with the predictive models, we can always understand the customer better, but really now start to project the timing of need. Done well, it becomes one of the most highly personalized communications forms that we can have. The trade-off here is that what is most paramount to the consumer is what we do to safeguard their privacy, as well as ensure that data security is just as important as how we utilize that information. For us, we only have two jobs as fintech providers. One is to safeguard people's money, but also now data, which is their new currency. Once that trust is eroded, there's no do-overs. And lastly, continuing down the path to financial well-being. Defined as the financial situation and money choices provided with security and freedom of choice. This isn't necessarily a new idea. We've seen this before over the years with budget planning and credit monitoring tools. But what's different is coming out of this crisis created by the pandemic next year, we're really reminded about the interlinking relationship between mental health, physical health, and financial well-being itself. For millions of people that will hopefully begin re-employment, it's not just about their bank accounts. It's really now about who can help me, who can help take control over my day-to-day, my month-to-month finances. How do I help create the capacity to absorb the financial shock so that I'm never in this situation again? How do I reestablish my financial goals and create a path to get there? And give me the ability to make financial choices to enjoy life in whatever way I can. Remember, it's not about wealth, but what are the tools that we can provide to help people take greater control of their financial well-being?
Hi, I'm Leo Abdala, Digital Transformation Director at CI&T AUNZ, and I will share with you my insights about the fintech movement in the APAC region. So the APAC region is very diverse. The population of the various countries have unique habits driven by their different cultures, which also reflects in different regulation. The local fintech movements are shaped by these factors. In China, for example, the adoption of cashless payments is incentivized through restrictions imposed by the government on the use of paper money for transactions involving large figures. In Japan, a temporary program from the government awarded cashless purchase with rebate and seemed to have helped to establish the new habit. Still, there are some commonalities across the APAC region. So number one, we can see fintech expanding to include other types of financial services where the value per customer is increased. In this scenario, the number of customers is reduced and they are more challenging to be acquired, but they also bring more revenue at the individual level. Fintech is evolving from retail banking to wealth management and banking for small businesses on a trajectory to serve mid-tier corporates, global companies, and institutions. The number of startups providing each one of those different financial services varies per country, but the movement itself, the movement of expansion of the menu of financial services, it's common to all of them. We can also see the fintech movement nurturing startups in other areas outside of direct financial services, such as compliance, onboarding, KYC, RPA. Also, across the board, maintaining a strong focus on data security is paramount, and it is the ongoing priority. It is all about permission-based interactions, and they need to be secure. The expectation of some countries in Asia for data to be locally stored also helps to elevate the importance of data security. Collaboration is also increasing between fintech, traditional banks, and even the government. Australia, for example, the regulatory sandbox for fintechs products and services that was launched in 2016 has now been enhanced, enabling more businesses to test a wider range of financial products and services and for a longer period of time. No government wants not to benefit from the growth of the fintech market over the next 5 years, which involves billions of dollars. This is interesting because, as we know, regulation can serve to protect incumbents, the status quo. However, when regulation changes, it can turn into a factor of disruption. All in all, I'd say we have three main takeaways. One, customer-centric approach causing transformation from a monolithic, all-in-one, one-stop shop banking services model to a best-of-breed model where customers can pick and choose the best products and services from different providers to address their needs. And of course, number two, the importance of data protection. Well, that's it. Do you agree with my points? Do you have other perspectives? Please reach out and let's chat. Take care.